This is the Darren Green Show. Welcome to the Darren Green Show. I'm your host, Darren Green, here to give you another great episode of this podcast that never ends, okay? I'm just here just to give my little after show. As you know, this is the after show portion of the podcast. I'm just here to do this little after show and play some Sims, okay? I've been playing Sims all weekend. Before we get into that, we're going to get into some logistics. If you are listening to this podcast on YouTube, please hit that like button, tap that subscribe button, and also tap the bell to get notified of all of my videos. And if you're listening to me on iTunes, Google Play, wherever you listen to podcasts, hi, how are you doing? We had a good, last episode was pretty good. Thanks for the listens, thanks for the downloads. And always, you can always follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TDGSOfficial. I'm more laid back this weekend, you know. I feel like I go hard on these podcasts, especially like the real episodes, like the hot topic ones, the not the after shows, I mean. But I mean, I don't know, sometimes I do get a little rowdy on the after show. You never know. But, you know, I'm more tamed this episode. This is how I kind of like to be, because I don't know, I feel like I got too much energy. Like, I listened to last episode, and the last episode was good. I'm keeping my distance with this microphone because there was a couple of times it kept on clipping, and I'm like, all right now, what's going on? And my dynamics edit, it works, it sounds good, it's nice and flush, but I don't think I'm going to use it anymore because it does, I feel like that is the cause of the clipping, because I don't hear the clipping on this thing. You know when you clip, because you know if it's the microphone's fault. But yeah, I'm just going to keep my distance from this and just gain it up later. I'm speaking audio editing, like you guys know what I'm talking about, but there is a lot when it comes to recording this podcast. Alright, so let me just get this out the way. I'm doing a giveaway because I'm not doing the video production thing anymore. Like, well, I'm not doing it for now until I get a production team. So I'm doing giveaways, if you didn't know. The first thing I'm giving away is a tripod. This tripod, I'm just going to give you like the synopsis of it. It's worth $40-something on Amazon. It's a camera tripod, phone tripod, you name it. And it also has like a little clicker, so you can click, like you can, it's a Bluetooth thing where you can connect it to your camera without you actually getting up and turning it off, turning it on. So it's got that on it. Like I said, it prices at $40 on Amazon, but I'll give it to you for free if you do something for me. Hit me up on TDGSOfficial on Twitter and Instagram with proof that you're subscribed to the show in any way and that you've downloaded some episodes. Okay, so start screenshotting. I feel like I have to get that out because I have a whole paragraph on here and I'm like, I don't feel like reading all that. But anyway, just a little bit of an intro what I've been doing for the past couple days since I've did this podcast. I went to the beach. It was like a little quick day trip to Seaside. You know, I'm from Jersey, so you know the beaches ain't that far. But Seaside, yeah, it is pretty far, child. There was a little bit of drama when we went there, but we all ended up in some good space. You cannot do nothing out on the beach. Like, let me tell you something. First of all, you can't even bring a drink into the beach or whatever, because it's not because they want you to not be drunk or that they don't want, you know, any alcohol around kids or anything like that. They don't want you to bring drinks because they want you to pay for it. So I was like, no, I put my little drink inside of a little water bottle. You know what I'm saying? I drink white liquor, so it looked like water. We went into the beach, and then it's just so much work getting up because we wanted to go to where the water was. It was so much work getting over there. Then I'm like, I don't even feel like drinking. And then I brought a black or whatever because I smoke an occasional black. Okay, don't judge me. Yeah, that was chopped too. When I was smoking, I was like, oh no, child, this is not working. I cannot turn up at the beach. Like, the beach is only for just getting in the water, eating some food that's like extra salty. And let me just tell you, child, I done wasted my money on a cheesesteak over there. That cheesesteak was so bland. And they didn't even saute the onions. Like, who doesn't saute onions? Like, come on. Y'all just put onions on that? And I was drunk, so it didn't really matter. And I'm thinking about this shit now. Like, I'm like, dang, that was not that good. Oh my goodness. But anyway, that was my little day trip over there. I went with my cousin. her boyfriend and a best friend of hers, because her best friend actually her family rented out a beach house or whatever. We didn't spend the night over there. We just was over there just to see her that one day, and then we left that night. Which it was a long drive back, shot. I was tired. I was like, you know what? This was too much. We should have just went to a club or something in Philly and called it a day. But no, we was with her. I was with my cousin's child, so we couldn't do nothing like that, chap. We couldn't do nothing like that. So yeah, that's what's been going on. That's what went on this weekend. And also on Friday, I was driving my aunt around and stuff like that because she's dealing with her little health issues or whatever. Well, she's good now. She's but it's kind of my job. I think every Friday until I go back to school to like take her to therapy, because she has to she can walk, but she can't like do everything like she can, and she has to go get back to work really, really soon too. And I feel like I'm telling too much, child, but I have to help her out every Friday. Drive around places. It is giving me a little bit of a boost, giving me a little bit of a lesson on driving and stuff like that, because I feel like I have not been driving ever since I got these licenses. Like, I have not been in a car because people do not trust me because I'm not that good at driving yet. But I'm like, I think I do okay. But I was doing good that one time, but it was like, it was people in that work in the construction crew or whatever that was trying to delegate, like, go to this lane, go to that lane. I'm not used to that. I'm just used to the road just being open. So I'm like, wait, this is not happening. So yeah, that's what's been going on. And I also been playing Sims, like I said earlier. Okay, I'm a big Sims player, and I always ask my viewers, look, I could very much do YouTube and very much do gaming. If y'all want me to, child, please let me know. Because I play Sims heavily, and I bought this game, like, I wouldn't say months ago. So the thing about Sims, if you don't know about it, you buy the base game and then you buy expansion packs. And I bought this expansion pack, not an expansion pack, because in Sims 4, they got game packs and expansion. It's a whole thing. But I bought this game pack, and it's called Strangerville, and it's like a mystery of what's going on in a city that you get. And then you have to figure out, like, the government is trying to hide it, and this is a conspiracy of, like, it's stupid, but it's been keeping me entertained this entire weekend. So I've been playing that. It's really fun. And also, I've been listening to other podcasts, too. Like, I've listened to, okay, bear with me for the barbs that are probably listening to this podcast, if there's any barbs. But yes, I've been listening to Hollywood Unlocked, and let me just say that, I mean, I don't really have time to listen to podcasts, because I feel like when you get into your gig, when you get into your work or whatever, because I podcast like weekly, so I'm always worried about topics, and, I don't have time to watch other people's stuff. But I actually got time to listen to Hollywood Unlocked, and I watched how, they started from nothing. Like, they literally started 3 years ago, and now they're hosting exclusively through iHeartRadio. Which I guess that's the thing now for podcasts that are big. Like, they get distribution deals, I guess, or some kind of deal they get with higher up with streaming platforms or whatever. I mean, I'm just scratching the surface, child. I'm just just putting my stuff out there for free, but they actually got a distribution deal, whatever. Which is yes, like, exactly. They've been around. I remember they definitely started way before me. 3 years ago, I wasn't even thinking about no podcast, but I remember I listened to them talk and say how they built this podcast from the ground up, and they watched it come into fruition, and it was just like this chilling moment or whatever. I'm like, oh my God, like, that is so great. Like, and I am that person, like, even, like, because people are competitive. You get what I'm saying? People are like, so, whatever, I don't care. Their podcast is corny. Like, people will always be competitive. I'm always that person that if we're doing the same thing and you advance and I'm still still where I'm at, like, because, what I'm saying, everybody's time will come. I'm always that person that's just like, oh my God, good for you. Like, a lot of people are jealous, Sharon. Not to step on nobody's toes, but a lot of people get jealous. Like, if we doing the same thing and you advance, hey, you get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we all have to start somewhere. I would like this podcast to one day, have a big distribution deal. Like, I'm doing Spreaker or whatever. I always thought, like, if the podcast gets big, then I'll be their sponsor. You get what I'm saying? Like, hey, like, since I'm this big podcaster on here. But this is all dreaming. This is all dreaming. But no, I listened to their show. And for those who are like have a way about the Jason Lee, look, he's a lot different on the podcast sometimes, because sometimes he be saying some topics I'm like, that is just wrong. But sometimes like he'll talk to you, like it'll be a real ass conversation in which you're like, wow, like this is a whole different person, it's a whole different vibe. You get what I'm saying? He's not messy or anything like that. And I feel like that's probably what Love and Hip Hop and what social media kind of portray him to be. Look, feel how you want to feel about him. I'm not trying to make you change your opinion, but I'll just say I listen to the show. And I also listen to Freeform's Little Forward. I literally just started listening to this podcast today. If you know Freeform, you know the company, well, it used to be ABC Family, but now it's Freeform. They do a podcast now, and it talks about like millennial struggles, like, trying to manage. Like, I just listened to this one where she was talking about trying to manage money, and like one of the things that she said, don't give your money to men. Like, it's funny, and I like it. Yeah, like I said, I don't really have time to listen to other people's podcasts or just other people's content. I was watching the Zachary Campbell show for the first time in months. I watched a couple of Choice TV. Those are YouTube people, if you don't know who I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when you're engulfed in your work, when you're engulfed in your craft, you don't have time for other things. Because this podcast and its internship was on the brain this entire summer, and the internship is about to end, but the podcast will continue on. But let me tell you something, guys. I'm gonna be real honest with you. You're not gonna get an after show when I'm back in college. You're gonna get that one little episode every week. We're back to that now because I'm not gonna have time. I have to worry about classes, and I want to keep doing the podcast because I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you, listeners, but I also don't want to overwork myself. Okay, and there really is no place for me on Sundays to record other than my room, but my room is going to be occupied by another roommate. And yeah, I'm still not on that type of, okay, I'll be recording, it's okay, just stay quiet. No, I can't. I feel like and that's the crazy thing too. I cannot record unless I'm doing like it's a co-host situation where other people are talking. But I can't with recording my podcast to somebody sitting on the side watching me or whatever, because I get weird. I might get something wrong. It's weird. But yeah, you're only going to get one episode a week. And that's, let me look at the calendar right now. How many weeks do we have until I go back to school? We got 1 and 2. But the last week of August, I will give you a podcast on Friday. I'll probably give you a podcast on Thursday, because I move in I'll probably give it to you on Friday. But it won't be an after show, because I have to move the rest of my stuff by Sunday. And then I come back the 2nd of September. Because, it'll be Labor Day. The calf will be closed. I ain't got time to be buying food. Okay. So, yeah. Starting the last week of August, you're going to get that Friday podcast. But then the after show, that is done. Period. So, we got this week and next week, to do what we got to do. And at the end of the day, like, I feel like if the after show goes, then that'll make the episodes more of a load, because that's what I do, because I feel like I don't want to give you too much information in just one episode, because a lot of people, by all means, I want my podcast to be like as long, I want the episodes to be as long as it can be, but at the end of the day, like, we have to chop some things up. So we'll just see. That's me doing my little digression of the podcast. Okay, so another thing, I might be on live radio. Okay, so this is kind of like a end of the internship project. So I was offered a chance to be on live radio just to announce music. Like, I'm only announcing jazz music. The person that is the acting manager of me told me that, I'll bring a bunch of CDs, you'll just listen to what you think is nice, and all you have to do is just like announce the song, who made it, this, that. It's simple. I'm like, oh, okay. I've never been on live radio before. No one gave me the mic, no one gave me I've been on radio far as making a pre-recorded PSA, But to actually be on live radio, I want to do this because this is a good resume builder. Definitely putting this on my portfolio, and it's just like, hey, like I'm on the radio. That's something that was a dream. Okay, just to be on radio. So we're gonna get it popping, and I will definitely, if you can, if you want to listen to it, I don't know when exactly I'm going to be live, but it will be streaming on, or not streaming, it will be aired. Excuse me, I can't say stream. This is a whole nother ball game. It will be aired on WWFM, Jazz on 2. Look, once I get the dates, I will give you I'll put the website link in the description and tell you when to watch it, where to watch it. You get what I'm saying? It will be there. And I'll also have an archived copy of it, so I can just post it on this podcast. So you'll listen to it anyway, whether it be live or pre-recorded on my podcast. It doesn't matter. Just know that it's coming soon. And I'm also going on this NYC trip this Wednesday, actually. So we're going to WNYC. It's like a big radio station that my club advisor for the newspaper told us about. And we're just touring the station. Definitely, I want to talk to certain managers, maybe people there, to get my little network situation going on. Because maybe I want to intern there, maybe a fall or whatever. We'll just see. I mean, I can't wait. I always love going to new radio stations. Before, I just yearned to just go to one. Like, back when I was in my other school, I was like, oh my God, I just want to go to a radio station so bad. Like, it was, I don't know, I guess the nostalgia of radio. But then I done been to 10 plus radio stations so far. Like, it's just like, oh, okay, well, yeah, we'll know. Add that to my list. But yeah, I have high hopes for this trip, and don't want to spend too much cash. I'm definitely, if they offer to go out to eat, I'm be like, look, I'm going back home. I'm going back home, okay? Because I eat my little lunch probably at a McDonald's or something. Because I'm cheap. You get what I'm saying? Like the finances is going to be very much different when I go back to the school, and hopefully this desk job picks up. I'm waiting on them to send me the schedule so I can, access it and all that. But I'm saving bread this semester. I'm telling you, child. Because I really, oh my God. You have it, then you lose it. I had a whole lot of money this summer. Now I'm in the red. Well, I'm not in the red now. It was a little exaggeration. But yeah, I'm done. But anyway, I wanted to update on Wendy Williams because I know I said last episode she and her ex Kevin were getting back together, or she's trying to mend the bond or whatever. She's doing it in a friendly way. She's not doing it in a way of like they're trying to get back to being married, where they're being friends in the sake of their kid, which is good. That's it should never be bad blood, especially when you have kids. Okay, because who suffers? The child. And that's just how it has to be. My bad. I'm retracting that. Okay, because I'm full of retraction. This podcast always retracts. Okay, just because there's certain things that get put out, and I want to talk about it, but then it gets updated, and that's what it's all about. Just some hot news on the press, child. Now, Miley Cyrus, aka Perdue, Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth split after less than a year of their marriage. And they said they just want to split, in the sake of their careers. They're in two different paths or whatever. This, that, and the third. They've been on again, off again since 2009. I think 2009, I believe. Don't quote me on it. I don't think 2009. Maybe 2010, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah. They're working up. Not 2009. Hold on. Okay, yeah, 2009. I had to look at that blog. How I feel about it, yeah, that's how celebrity relationships work, child. That's how it is. It's always, what do you expect? I mean, this is what they do. They sit there, they be with somebody for a good couple months. Shoot, I mean, a year, that's long for a celebrity, child. Shoot, usually about 6 months, and then they're like, okay, split. I don't know. I feel like Miley Cyrus is just, Liam Hemsworth seems like more of the settle down type. Miley Cyrus is still young, and I feel like she's still on her little hot girl phase, I guess. Sorry about that, Megan. I don't know what she's doing. She's just doing a whole lot of. She's just doing a whole lot, and I feel that maybe Liam Hemsworth is like, all right now. You ain't gonna be disrespecting me now. Now, if you're gonna be married, you're gonna be married. You get what I'm saying? I need this structure. You get what I'm saying? I can't do all this. That's what I'm, because there really is no story. There really is no rhyme or reason why they're splitting. You can only infer, but just from what I can see, just by the two of them, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, it just probably is like that. Molly with the rah rah, and I was about to call him Chris Child, his brother, and Liam is just not having it. I get it. That's what happens, child. These celebrities need to just slow down when it comes to relationships. Like, you don't always have to get married. Like, marriage is not. Let me just say something. Marriage, I feel that if the relationship stand the test of time, then yes, y'all should get married. I'm looking at my best friend now. Like, her and her person been together 10 years plus. Don't quote me on the year, bestie. Yes, they need to get married. Like, yes. But if it's like a couple months, if it's a couple years even, you get what I'm saying? Maybe you should calm it down a little bit. Even with Nicki, even though Nicki wants to say that she was with him back in the day, like they were old time lovers or whatever, still give it some time, though. Give it a little bit of time. But at the end of the day, people gonna do what they're gonna do. And that's why things don't fall through. All right. Got you with the little rhyme or whatever. But like I said, this is going to be a real quick podcast today. Oh, we had 20 minutes. Okay, well, let's hopefully... It'll probably be a good little 30-minute after I do this. But we're going to get into the hot topics. And before we get into hot topics, here's a word from our sponsors. Okay, we're back and we are ready for hot topics. First of all, I wanted to talk about this because it came out this Friday, but I wasn't able to talk about it because the podcast was pre-recorded. I recorded it on Thursday, and it was posted on Friday. That's how this podcast works. But, nevertheless, Hot Girl Summer did its thing. And I'm not just saying that just because I'm a Nicki stan or whatever, or Megan stan, because I'm definitely a Megan stan. I'm with all that hot girl stuff. You get what I'm saying? Even before Nicki and Meg linked up, I was like, I really felt fever. I did a whole reaction video. My first ever album reaction video, first and last, because I'm not doing that shit no more, was with Meg Thee Stallion, someone who I did not know at all. And I've learned so much about this summer. She is an amazing artist, and I feel like this song really is going to take her to the next level. That's if we all stream. I've been streaming this shit. I did because people, the little streamer conspiracy theorists is like, make sure it's not downloaded, so every time you play, it gets a new stream. I don't know how true that is, but I'm gonna do it anyway because you never know. So yes, I've been streaming that song this entire weekend. And I love how it goes number one on iTunes the first day. And it was the first female collab in history to go number one on iTunes, let's be clear. Which is a chilling moment. This is a amazing moment for the female rap community. My thing is being number one on iTunes, that's fine or whatever, but I need this to go number one on the charts. You get what I'm saying? We I don't want to hear all this, oh my God, stream this, stream that, stream this, stream that. You gotta go out there and look. Are you listening to it right now? Okay. Child, let me tell you something. We gotta be like Atlantic Records, like just have a whole bunch of phones playing the same song. and oh. Come on now, can we talk for real? Yeah, we need to get this number one. And it's funny how when I watch The Breakfast Club or Angela E and her do her little rumor report on The Breakfast Club or whatever, And, to hear Charlamagne the God say, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. But, like, why they got to hype it up so good? So if it's all right, then people going to say it's trash. You're going to say it's trash. I already know what you're going to say. Man, that thing was trash. The bars was okay. Like, they going to have, I already know. I didn't even need to see the interview if they even did talk about it when it came out. All I know is they thought it was probably either okay or they probably said it was trash at the end of the day. I already know the people that's going to say it's trash because at the end of the day, it's to a point where it don't surprise me anymore. And I really ignore it because if you keep it, if you listen to what people say all the time, then it's just like, yeah, whatever. I thought the song was actually pretty good though. The first verse that Meg had was okay. It was really good. Nicki's verse was hitting it. It was really hitting it. In Meg's second verse, I love Meg's second verse of the song. And then she did her little chorus when she was kind of singing. I'm like, okay, Meg, I didn't know you sing. I didn't know you give them vocals. Okay. The song was a bop. Like, and it's crazy how a lot of people say, how they gonna do a hot girl summer song and then summer about to end? Like, that's so serious too. Summer is literally about to end. You're in strong. Okay? You're in strong. That's what my old high school principal always told me. You always in strong. It was a good song. I mean, I love it. I'm listening to this shit every day. I was getting people to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Listen to it, stream it. Because at the end of the day, and let me be honest with you, I'm already going to say this. Because you already know. It didn't get that same energy if it was a diss record. Let me tell you, if this was a diss record, if everybody would have been like, oh my God. You get what I'm saying? Like the Megan stans and the Nicki stans, they gonna go crazy about it. You get what I'm saying? But there's no real, I don't see any impact just yet. We'll just see how it does on the charts. Because I think we find out Monday or maybe, I don't know how the Billboard works. Because Billboard is kind of late. But shit, Billboard, child. Nicki had some ties with them, child. She already got into an argument with somebody at the Billboard, child. They probably gonna be like, yeah, no, we ain't putting this nowhere. I mean, I just hope I hope it's just in the top 10. You get what I'm saying? Because at least it's a hit if it's in the top 10. Yeah, I'm saying. Ain't nothing really out that's really popping like that. I don't know what's still on the number one. I think Old Town Road is still number one. I don't know. But, hey, I mean, look. We'll just see what happens, but hold on. They're doing a music video. That's another thing I want to talk about because her and Nicki and Meg went live, and I just love this. They seem like, and I always said this even when I first met Meg. I'm like, she kind of favors Nicki, not by looks, not by the way they carry themselves, but just like the look. They look alike. I was like, oh my God, that didn't seem like she seemed like Nicki seemed like big sis, and that was like little sis or whatever. They just coming together. It was so cute to see them on live and stuff like that. They like best friends, child, and it looked natural. Like you can tell certain people, like you can tell the people that Nicki has around that seems kind of unnatural and stuff like that. You know how when Trina was on, we'll get into that later. When Trina was on Queen Radio, their interaction with each other wasn't it was like, oh, okay, yeah, they're talking, but, are they really talking? You get what I'm saying? And Nicki has a good relationship with Black China. When she was on, they seemed like they was best friends for years. You get what I'm saying? It looked like that with Meg and Nicki. Like, it seemed like they're really cool. It seemed very natural. And, that's how you do it. And a lot of people was like, well, dang, what did Meg do right that Cardi did wrong? I mean, I don't even want to get into that. But I feel that it was a mutual respect. There was no bull crap. You get what I'm saying? And the friendship just started off with just good energy. When somebody asks you something in an interview, don't kind of brush off the situation like y'all not really cool like that. You get what I'm saying? Because that's kind of how Cardi was. Let's be real honest right now. Pay your respects. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to sit there and say that Meg Thee Stallion, just bow down to Nicki or whatever like that. But it was a respect thing. And once the respect is there, then the relationship is good at the end of the day. I don't think Meg did anything different other than she respected Nicki, and Cardi didn't really care to respect her. And that's just what it was. Now, however, I can't wait for this video. I mean, it is good. I feel like Megan is going to bring these women together because the rap community, the female rap community, however, has been very much divided for whatever reasons. I will blame it on the media. I'm a part of the media. I want to work for the media one day, and I will be honest about the media. Yes, it definitely had a impact on a lot of female beefs, even men. Because let me be multi. Let me not be biased towards a certain gender. There we go. The media can make people of color get into beefs because it's profitable, it's entertaining, and that's what it is. People love reading about it. People love listening to commentary about it. And yes, the media, and also the people, because you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm not blaming the media on everything now. It's the people as well. So I feel like Meg is just bringing that energy where it's just like, come on, let's just have fun. Let's just drink. Let's just turn up. Let's just do this music together. And this is something that Deb, Waka Flocka's mom, had always said, and it's so true, but it's not enforced. You get what I'm saying? Like, if y'all all work together, nobody can lose. You get what I'm saying? Back in the day when female rappers were getting along, you know, back in the ladies' night. You get what I'm saying? Now all them rappers up in there. The camaraderie was real back then, and we need to have that. We need to have it back. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like Nicki need to piece it up with these girls. You know, I'm not gonna just be a barb about this situation. She need to piece it up with these girls because there was some things that she did. You get what I'm saying? And when that happens, it will be amazing. It'll be a big moment. It's already a big moment in pop culture right now, as is, like, you know, Nicki and Meg right now. But it will be a bigger moment in pop culture if they just work together. Now, Trina, now, I said I was gonna get into this. Trina said some things, okay, on Twitter or whatever, and people are kind of alluding it to her talking about Nicki. So she came out with a tweet like, "The love be so fake and the hate be so real." Mad people was in the comments talking about Stream, Hot Girl Summer, and a lot of people are speculating that she could be talking about Nicki. Now, let me tell you, because it's funny how, you know, she did work with Megan, and then she said, "Okay, I'll do this music video with you," but Trina wanted Nicki to do a music video for her song that they did together, and Nicki on the Queen Radio kind of wasn't feeling it or whatever, or she it's not that she wasn't feeling it, but she was almost kind of dismissive towards it. We'll see about that, child. So I guess maybe that's why she's feeling a little away. But at the end of the day, like, come on now, Trina. You know that song was not popping. That song was not that good. It wasn't good at all. I'm not gonna lie. Nicki's verse, you know, I'm a ride for my girl. Nicki's verse is okay. That song was not good. It reminded me of just early 2000, not early 2000, mid 2000s. Ugh. It didn't. Ugh. I didn't like it. It didn't need. You have other songs in there that you probably could do a video for, but it just can't be that one. You know, it's too old. The song is just too old. It's too dated. It's got a dated beat. But Nicki will be on Queen Radio tomorrow, Monday. And I will probably do a commentary on that on the next episode, which will be 35. Episode 35. Speaking of which, we're on episode 34. What's up? Like, we're getting up there, okay? We're almost at episode 50. I don't know what I'm going to do for episode 50. A lot of podcasts do a best of. We'll see if we... I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna see. I don't know how those work. So I'm just going to get educated on how to do those type of episodes. And then I might give it to you on the 50th, because what I was trying to do like a little party, a little kickback situation with some friends or whatever to be on the podcast and just do like a little podcast mukbang. But I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Anyone want to talk about this real quick? Let's talk about Taylor Swift rehashing what she rehashes the situation between Kim and Kanye. In an interview with Vogue, she explained how she felt isolated during the backlash. Her words exactly was, "A mass public shaming with millions of people saying you are, quoted, canceled is a very isolated experience. When you say someone is canceled, it's not a TV show, it's a human being. You're sending mass amounts of messaging to this person to either shut up, disappear, or it could perceive as kill yourself." Okay, now that Let me get into that later. She also mentioned, I knew immediately I needed to make music about it because I knew it was the only way I could survive. It was the only way I could perceive my mental health and also tell the story what it's like to go through something that is humiliating. Now, to be honest, in Kanye's and Kim's defense, I don't think it was that serious. She just over here is talking about some kill yourself. That's not what they were trying to make you do. They were being annoying. They can be an annoying family. I'm going to be honest. The Kardashians and the people that associate themselves with the Kardashian clan can be annoying as hell. And they act like they want to have receipts and all this and stuff. But you know Kim was always trying to be a lawyer. So, you know, she was going to get the receipts on your ass. But at the end of the day, you were just looked at as a liar. You looked at as a mean girl. Let's go back to what the situation had started. And I was going into this podcast trying to be on your side, but when I actually read the quotes, because I was kind of skimming through it, because I got these quotes from a blog, and I was kind of skimming through it, but now that I'm reading it, like, let's go to the real situation of the situation. You get what I'm saying? It all started when Kanye did that song, Called You a Bitch, and then you said that you was not cool with that, but then Kim had the receipts of a recorded conversation that y'all had on the phone where you said, oh, okay, and you was good with it. You look like a mean girl. Now, does that say canceled to me? You weren't canceled. I mean, your next album still did a killing. It did well. You didn't make number one because because pop is not really there. You can't blame them for your misfortunes when it comes to the charts and music and stuff like that. I mean, you still have your Swifties. Them Swifties ain't going nowhere. You get what I'm saying? And really, you're at a higher ground than Kanye. You get what I'm saying? Far as how's your music going? He ain't doing shit, but you are. I don't know. I mean, she's not canceled. She was never really canceled to me. I think people just was annoyed by you, and I feel like it was just a lot of people because you did a lot of breakup music where you were not subconsciously, but you were subliminally talking about certain men that made them mad. And when you make a lot of people mad, a lot of people team up on EOs. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people, you don't burn too many bridges because let me tell you, you ain't going to have no place to go. But also in Taylor Swift's defense, I will say that it did get a little bit too far. A lot of people on social media, the public scrutiny that she has received from, I guess, Kim Kardashian fans. I mean, whatever. You're gonna get that. You're a celebrity. You're gonna get it. You have to know when to turn off your comments. Okay, don't look at your DMs. I'm just, and I talked to my best friend about this. I'm so insensitive when it comes to certain, like when it's like a celebrity dealing with bullying or cyberbullying from like a bunch of fans. You gotta understand that is what it comes with. Okay, they're going to, as a celebrity, and whoever is going to be a celebrity in the future, you have to understand that you may do something or say something that's going to make people mad to the point that they want to troll you 24/7 in your DMs, and you better hope your damn phone number doesn't get leaked because they'll be calling you. I have the TDGS official or whatever, and I'm not trying to quantify that as of Taylor Swift's Twitter or Instagram. But there are times I get people that just comment bullcrap or just want to troll my page or whatever, and this, that, and the third. I got that. I get that. You get what I'm saying? And I see it, and I just swipe on by. I don't get offended because at the end of the day, like that counts as, if they're not talking about you, then you're not doing nothing. I feel like that's the reason why you're a celebrity, because people talk about you either as good or bad. It made you poppin'. Oh, I love when people talk about me. It made me more famous. You got to have that mindset. If you can't have that mindset, if you're too sensitive, then you should not have been a celebrity, to be honest. But I guess she's just a singer. She just want to sing, but you can't do both, honey. We're almost at 40 minutes, and we're at the end of this podcast. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, because I know I did. This was a nice little chill episode. And until next time, I'm your host, Darren Green. This is the Darren Green Show, signing out.